name is Maxine Chelsea Say. I am going to be the MC for this special occasion. But don't worry, bro, from the baby back, don't get confused. We're breaking it down. We'll be at TSC. Send your good day, cultural trivia, Omudia Bro, from cultural trip. Maybe I show you fans and what can say about cultural trip. Send your ladies and mom and say, Mama, I prefer cultural trip. Sounds sooner. Meant to stress. Say, I got that you say, it's simply dear. If you are one and woman, but I have one snake and I'm one. It's a bay pass, and I'm out of way. Honestly, the million and I'm out free baby from. So I would like each and every one of us to get up and then let's get to know ourselves and paper show me how to Corona, this one you need. Oh, baby, you're free because meet me the microphone about it. And I'm like I said, I'm not your man. I need you more. You pass on you cannot do it and your friends say. And I okay. But Nessa, but that's so fine. It's I have cultural trip. But you have look at Caribbean my home. Then I am my so. Now I get to know somebody else. Why? Yes. We have to start with a prayer. And so, without wasting much time, I would like to invite Reverend Pastor Justice Alfo, Coordinator Chieftaincy Ministry of Pentecost Church of Ghana, also traditional area. Into Reverend Pastor Justice Alfo, Uwaha, yes, sir, Beboye, Wedding Bible. Pastor Monsemano.
Need any ahobrasi mesrena say ubi to me ama omoso kakra say ubi to me with all humility and respect ahobrasi ma you see in tears otumfo nyankopon anopay Prebi NC, a quiet see a dear Sadab Mount. Ishra will show when you yam come for. When we see a henny, it to a henny. What dom so now a boy a hobine. No was so in current taban so few a chicken and menche a dear bedruha. Papa, when we be at the cheerful fro. A homia away mo, you know, the amaye. And I'll pay Unim Sentia Yawaha. Ijay Shiamwe Eshawansa. May your presence be felt. Take absolute control. Erade, when nimpa in the yankai, na umununkum enkatayanso. Let thy divine purpose and will be established. The Shakwan said, Erade, would nimidi winyansa, monosentia, what the yambano, a bebemusa. Yes, Edia Hemanum, and Impenufuaka, when I'm quite so benina shawansa. Ye were control more dom naswa on current abanso for winning bra. And opay my yente home for renka. Maupe ejina tu ena emrem. Ye Shakwan said, wouldn't immediately yansa, a beshe comama. Yen free hankono. Cynthia would the Inshia and my name Remusa. Yama on concrete jaw ye not in a welcome for Osumane she yina domum. Ya dear yina ye fashe with the end yam. Facilitators near Hema and any patient hena ye young quasha once. The rather humiguyemo, not fire so my Ghana. In the ye a war, Kuyajumam. Ye nimsa or modern mobile near ye be say, ye shroud ye come for ye can say, so what ye yam piebo, when yamia oba and home concrodem. Amen. Shall we resume our seat?
Thank you very much, Reverend. Please, a round of applause for Reverend. When you say Kuyayono, Sebekoswa, a meneo, anamiwa, a communities na ye frimuno, a yadan no, and a bit to me amakwayo, a koso, a war, or my imu, and Nuntina, AGRIHOUSE Foundation. Omudia to omo so say omudia kuayo adwuma na titru e mana omo wo kuayo mu no e no omudia ombede e be ye adwuma eno anti na yehyia mu he eno anti a nti ma mu nyina akwa abanso bio. If I'm speaking more of the local language, do forgive me because of the royals that we have in our presence. I'll try as much as possible to translate whatever they say in English so we can all understand. Are we okay? Okay. Once again, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to this special occasion. It is the 5th edition of the Gathering of the Royals by AGRIHOUSE Foundation. AGRIHOUSE Foundation. Midin kind of a bomb midin. But when you say, move a brave, months. Aha. Sounds like make her say, I was so to me who will be an amiwa. Inti, my microphone, I could tell me. Wait to me about behind saying, I was saying, and I am a patcho, Nimpa Bay, and it's a Yes, I have to go there.
Okay, I'll take you there.
You take me.
Yes. Welcome.
Me pacho yo monse mano. Dwumadie na ya start no. Ya de hyehyɛ so. Na ewom sɛ maka sensi a ye wo ha. Okay. Ye bema ahwehwɛ cultural troupe. Edi agro kakra bi. Then we move on to the next item on the program. Aisha Cultural Troupe. Your movie in a kakra. Okay. Edia Sambeba. And my name Fasten Bebriumba. As we welcome our minister, please. Can we all be on our feet as we welcome the minister? Sorry. Now you welcome your minister. Any day more. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, African Cultural Troupe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, African Cultural Troupe. Thank you. interesting video to show you. Please put your hands together for the Aisha Cultural Troupe. Now let's all pay attention to the video. Ye won foni bia ye ba be ye atwere mu nyina asesene aha pesa mu nyina mo nhwe sene no ye wie a ne wo mu bia ye ne mo beka. Can we increase the volume?
AGRIHOUSE for no my jamamino, Mia Maniaji intim, Omo Cosso, no money, the Omo Ayama, make sure a graph and crime. So, that's a weird queer noir. AGRIHOUSE for Omo, the Omo, almost
In 2020, I participated in a program organized by AGRIHOUSE called LIFT. And in the training, I studied how to produce yogurt. I have been able to use the knowledge I acquired to produce my own yogurt. And so far, it's been good. I sell in large quantity.
I am a beneficiary from ASTAG in the year 2018. ASTAG was an event organized by AGRIHOUSE Foundation where we were mentored, trained, and taken to places to learn and start business on our own. During the training sections and the mentorship programs, I learned a lot. I've learned how to establish a farm, how to manage it myself, and how to keep a good record.
Well, I am a beneficiary of One House Code, One Garden project undertaken by AGRIHOUSE, and I'm so blessed for taking part in that event. The lessons I learned from the One House Code.
In Agri-Women Marketplace by AGRIHOUSE.
I am a beneficiary from ASTAG in the year 2018. ASTAG was an event organized by AGRIHOUSE Foundation where we were mentored, trained, and taken to places to learn and start business on our own. During the training sections and the mentorship programs, I learned a lot. I've learned how to establish a farm, how to manage it myself, and how to keep a good record. Before the ASTAG program, I wasn't taking farming as a full-time business. But after the training and the mentorship program, I was able to establish a 3 acres farm. This is what I feed on, and this is what I save from to continue my tertiary institution in probably next year. And through this, I'm able to organize basic schools sometimes to come around to experience and see the practical sections of farming here as well. As little as I am, at the age of 21, I supply pineapple to factories, example HPW, which is fresh and dry. And as time goes on, I employ colleagues, friends of mine as contract workers to work on the farm. I supply to them, that is yearly basis, and I'm looking forward to supply to them on monthly basis as well. I have benefited from a company called OCP Ghana, which is into fertilizer. They've given me 3 bags of fertilizers that has been used in my farm, and it has really reduced the labor for my fertilizer cost in the farm. Through the AGRIHOUSE program, I'm able to do a whole lot for myself, run my own farming business, draw plans for myself, write business proposals and business plan as well. I really thank AGRIHOUSE. I'm looking forward that in years to come, I will also be one of the sponsors to sponsor AGRIHOUSE ASTAC events. I would like to recommend AGRIHOUSE Foundation, organizations, the government sector, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture once again to help AGRIHOUSE extend their hands to various sections or sectors. Through this boot camp that AGRIHOUSE had for us, I was able to establish a 3 acres pineapple farm that is really helping me and my family as well. This has really helped me not to keep myself under the unemployment association, but doing something basically for myself that is helping me. I will plead with the government sectors, especially the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, to help and partner with AGRIHOUSE so that AGRIHOUSE can really do more for us and the students as well. I am a beneficiary from ASTAC in the year 2018. ASTAC was an event organized by AGRIHOUSE Foundation where we were mentored, trained, and taken to places to learn and start business on our own. During the training sections and the mentorship programs, I learned a lot. I've learned how to establish a farm, how to manage it myself, and how to keep a good records. Before the ASTAC program, I wasn't taking farming as a full-time business. But after the training and the mentorship,
Hello. Me pacho sini na ye nyina ye share no. I believe say nyina ye ti ase ana ye mu bi ehu ye hu wom. Minie. Aha. Ye mu bi omo winning awards ni bida. Ye mu say and na ye follow AGRIHOUSE Foundation activities all throughout the years. AGRIHOUSE Foundation jumedie no mo ye no. Ye mu say na ye tumi e follow. Ye mu say. Betimi ama wasaso amaye. Jumedie bebre na AgriHouse Foundation umba various communities no. You must say na yetumi e follow. Question is clear? Okay, no problem. Reason why I have say you CEO or AgriHouse Foundation in the passing of Madam Alberta Nana Echa Akosa or ono na ye executive director of AgriHouse Foundation or betray a saint say na ishim wa hanti pacho ye fansem mo ensiano or betina ha me say bebre na beka say oh auntie Alberta buy a hopping me hu ne pen me na ye juma pen.
Good morning, Honorable Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, Madam Dorothy Efa from Agra, Mr. Samuel Ojo, our moderator, and all our sponsors, OCP Agromonti. Thank you all for coming. All protocols observed. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Gathering of the Royals. This is an event we started 5 years ago, and the whole idea was to strengthen the relationship between our Queen Mothers, our traditional leaders, and agribusinesses. So when we travel across the regions and communities, I think our work takes us across almost all the 16 regions and communities. And we realize that Queen Mothers are very influential when it comes to growth of agribusiness, when it comes to championing a direction. And we thought it was a very important initiative to bring all these Queen Mothers together. So we've had this in the Volta region. That was the first year we held it. And then we moved to the Ashanti region. And then we moved to the Upper East and Upper West region combined. And we moved to the Northern region. It was under one of our key initiatives, that's the Women in Food and Agri Leadership Training Forum, but we thought it would be very important to single it out. Throughout all the discussions we're having with the Queen Mothers, we realized that they are very impactful. They are themselves farmers, contributing significantly to the growth of their communities, and we thought it's important to again strengthen the relationship between Queen Mothers and the agribusinesses. So today we have various value chain actors here: input dealers, seed companies, fertilizer companies, machinery and equipment companies, associations, development partners, all gathered here. And we started to make it a national event from last year. And so the first time we held it in Accra. So this is the second time we are bringing Queen Mothers from all over the 16 regions together. We have Queen Mothers who are cultivating acres of land right from 100 to 40 to 50. And this is very commendable. Can we give them a round of applause? But it's something that possibly a lot of people don't know, and we want to highlight these things and how they can collectively work together with the financial institutions, how we can all work together to strengthen agri-growth at the community level, at the district level, regional level, to make an influence on the whole national agricultural calendar. So today we are going to have a panel conversation which is among the royals from 8 regions. Last year we had the first 8, and this year we're having the first 8, the second 8. And then we also have that policy engagement where we will look at agribusinesses and how they can strengthen their working relationship with traditional leaders and then Queen Mothers. I think over the years the event has really made a key impact, and that's why we continue to do it, and that's why we have partners who keep coming on board. So in the first year, we're able to establish a relationship, a strong one between the Agri Directorate and the Queen Mothers. We realize even in some areas, extension officers were not even going there, but because of the program, we're able to have extension officers going there. Also through this initiative, we've been able to work with traditional leaders, queen mothers within communities to introduce key interventions, a key one being the One Household, One Garden initiative, where we receive great support from AGRA. Also through this, we've been able to get input dealers like OCP, Yara, who have gone into the communities to embark on key training using the Queen Mothers at the community entry points. So there are many, many things that we could say about this project and the impact it's making, and we are believing and trusting that every Queen Mother here would take advantage or leverage upon the opportunities that are in this room, and then we see how together we can work to strengthen the relationship between Queen Mothers and agribusinesses. I think the government is doing an amazing job. The development partners are supporting, and we also have a role to play. On that note, welcome you all to the 5th Gathering of the Royals, and have an engaging day. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Alberta, and your team for doing an amazing job in agriculture in this country. Now, I would like to introduce the chairperson for this special occasion. She is in the person of Madam Dorothy Ifa, Policy Officer, AGRA. The chairperson for this August event is not other than Dr. Dorothy Ifa. She holds, or she has held, senior position in MOFA, including head of policy analysis and a lecturer at GIMPA, and currently in charge of policy in AGRA. Dr. Dorothy holds a PhD, and she is an experienced policy analyst. Mr. Mwa Yemfanse Mo, my chairperson for the special occasion, Madam Dorothy, and I said Dr. Dorothy. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us. We're quickly moving on to the item on the special day, the next item on the bill. We would like to take an opening statement, but before the opening statement, if we can have the Ahishe Cultural Troupe come through again, we would appreciate that. The Ahishe Cultural Troupe, just like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Do what you know how to do best. Display our culture to the world. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for them again. We can do it better. Can we have some gentlemen bring back our podium? Can we have some gentlemen do that for us? Thank you so much. This was just to welcome our chairperson for the special occasion. The beautiful cultural display they were about to do was just for you. Yeah. Now, can we receive your acceptance? Please.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. Honorable Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture, distinguished Queen Mothers, all protocols duly observed, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be associated with this annual special event of Gathering of Queens and key stakeholders of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture on the 5th year. And I'm honored as the chairperson. And I'm really happy to see my honorable minister, Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture. I used to work at Ministry of Food and Agriculture. I've left Ministry of Agriculture 5 years ago, but this morning on this program that is really promoting agriculture. And I am, as the chair for this function, I want to assure you that I'm going to sit down and listen to all the important deliberations that will take place today. And as has been already alluded, as a policy officer, this falls directly in line with my work at AGRA. And I'm committed to working with where Nanano belongs and all actors of the agricultural sector to make sure that we are able to address issues related to agriculture and try and find solutions to implement them. It is important to have good conversation on our agricultural sector. And that is the wisest decision because agriculture contributes to wealth as well as food security. And what even makes me more happy is the focus on the role that the Queen Mothers play in boosting agricultural growth. And we've realized that in the past few years, most women continue to contribute to agricultural growth. However, Queen Mothers are paramount when it comes to important to engaging them in regard as they play a vital role in our various communities. And I very much hope that our Queen Mothers will continue to play this critical role to improve agriculture in their communities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the developmental organization that has made this possible is AGRIHOUSE, and they need to be praised. Can we show our appreciation to AGRIHOUSE? Yes. Yeah, they've been, I think, from what we saw this morning from the video, we've seen the good job that AGRIHOUSE is doing, and we need to praise them for that. And it's also worthy to note that AGRIHOUSE Foundation has collaborated with AGRA to organize this event as well as other programs. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the center goals of every developing country is to increase income through agriculture. And we are looking forward that Ghana will also do that. So I entreat all of you here to make sure that we all participate in today's event so that we can exploit to strengthen and further develop agribusiness models that can work for everyone. I'm just giving a typical example. For instance, Nananoma here, we have to look at what works well for women. When they are attending agricultural meetings, extension services, what are the opportunities? What are we doing? This can be done by our communities through providing the enabling environment for women to thrive and to keep on participating in agricultural programs. Once again, thank you, AGRIHOUSE, for this opportunity, and I'm going to sit down and listen clearly, and at the end, I will give my comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. Doc has given us the assurance. You know, you become so confident when you have a strong support system. And yeah, now we know we have a strong support system, so we are good to go. Please, another round of applause for Doc. We're about to have a panel discussion. You'll be inviting on how we can actually grow our agriculture in this country, and is on the theme strengthening the relationship between our Queen Mothers and agribusiness through the Agri Booster module. And taking his seat first. I'd like to invite Mr. Samuel Odro. If Mr. Samuel Odro is here, we'd like to welcome him with a round of applause. Pacho, young one, Mr. Samuel Odro. Mr. Odro,
You have your audience.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We will try and combine. Nana no be share idea. Sebe yebeka yokrum kasa. So ne be chire. Na em say ye wo awo so ye ntem. Na afi ye dia frafra. Say ye be ya awo no so ebeti yenka. Enti because this is going to be more traditional, more like a few nsem na yebeka. Enti nana no mo a mo beba ha no mo no. Se wo ba emma bibia nhye wo so na me kire no emma bibia nsi mo kwan nia esese ye ka no de beka na honorable so wa ha die last year no wa ha na wa boa ma nia makoso nti honorable de ye ne last year no afi de be me na chen na yesi bibia papa wo ye correct pa mo mo se ma honorable wo ye correct no no aso wo ye okuani so ho ono aso odo wo ye fu nti nia ye beka no utumu se obema na ye kama enti me pacho me na me from aba no ma. Okay. And I said, "Mobile boy, me suna ya fro." Say, "Who listen all?" Nana mo Queen Majesty na list one more eba. I don't know why no. Okay. Na azabu tambu. Owaha. Oniha. Okay. Kasuli pani. Owaha. Okay. Mama, you're for me. Glikwi the second. Georgie Apetepe voter region. Aha. Lepacho. Aha. Move some work as your man. Brahma Azara Owaha Kabechewuche Aha Bunyanso Ana the first Savannah region. Good. Mumo Zemano. Aha. You pass here. Yeah. Good. And you sit here. Thank you. Then we have Poina Letitia Tantu. Aha. Gradually, Boko. Aha. Pacho also betinaha. Madam Evelyn Ando. Madam Evelyn Ando. Ah, the first one has come. Okay, very good. Okay. Madam Evelyn. The patch of now, cut now. Mama. Very good. Nana Ekua Bedu. Nana Ekua Bedu. Aha. Nana Ekua Bedu. Okay. Nana Okom Egua the second. Aha. Joso Beba. Aha. To give interpretation. Okay. No problem. Okay. So good morning to you once again. This is going to be a panel discussion. And we are not going to restrict ourselves so much to English language. And I've mentioned to them that they can express themselves in any of the languages, and we will try our best to interpret or to give translation. What we are going to discuss, Madam Chairperson and Honorable, is to discuss how agribusinesses please, you are welcome. We want to discuss how agribusinesses will be able to strengthen their relationships with these beautiful royals in our communities. And as we already have mentioned, they are engaged in agriculture. In fact, they are farmers. They are producing crops and rearing animals. So they themselves are engaged. And they are also influencing the communities, especially the women in the communities. And so they more or less are like the contact persons in the communities, as they also seek to influence others to influence agriculture. So what kind of relationship are we seeking to build with them in terms of the partners who have gathered here? We have development partners, AGRA for example. We have manufacturers, we have input distributors, we have fertilizer distributors, agrochemical distributors. Okay. Momo Zemano. Nana Pacho Branisi. Boko, Fo, Ubafo. Boko, Fo, Mo. Boko. Pacho Branisi. Momo Zemano. So this is what we are coming to look at, and this is what we are coming to discuss. And I want you to have the time for us, because they are the reasons why we are here. So we will begin to ask the questions. Nananom Yamamuakwaba, you are all welcome. I will be mixing the English and the Twi. Of course, I can't speak Ewe, and I can't speak Wala or Dagaba or Dagbani or whatever. I cannot. But I can speak English, and I can speak Twi. So what we will do is that we will first of all introduce ourselves. Yebedi kai ada yehuadi yefre yesen ya hema ewo hene na ediebe na yeye enti yebehia se free na hema fefefa otiano na hema.
I'm Mama Yopomi Gligui II from Joje, Volta region. I'm into rice and cassava farming.
A round of applause. A round of applause. Macho Farmer.
Me Brahma Azara Kabachuchi Bonyansu the first Timu Gate. I'm a Sabana region. Pembi.
What crop do you do?
Me cashew.
We are cashew.
Me cashew.
And I give you.
Na me kolo.
Kolo ni dia tre kolo no.
Thank you.
Crococoko. Aya teki. Bozemano. And I give you na we Oye Juma bebre waya dear afi farmer wunuano also your friend was saying we your hima wo hin and idea na we
okay. I'm also Pauna Letitia Tantuo Dongmen. I am from Nandom traditional area, precisely Pofion, a divisional queen mother. I produce maize, soya beans, and I rear sheep and then guinea fowls and the poultry. Thank you.
Wow. Remember the brave ya no ye don't mad your way.
Your friend Evelyn Ando. Me ye hima wo AGRIHOUSE. Na me yokuyeni. Me dua brode, me dua koko, me dua be, me dua banchi, me dua tawo, me dua agushi. Niyama bebre a kire say ye no ho ye me dua.
Eti ma me bi sa nti e ka say na wo ye.
E ka no me ye ne nkakra nti ni na bo ma be 108.
108 acres.
From individual places.
Individual places. Mo, why are there? Afi farmer uniano.
Thank you very much.
Sit down.
This woman you are seeing represents the first Queen Mother of Mampurugu, Northeast region. And she is in the presence of Na Azabo Puana, first Queen Mother of Mampurugu. And if it is farming, in fact.
So what I want you to do, let her speak.
Okay.
Then
So
after, because we want to hear her voice. And I'm sure, you see, we are recording this one.
Azabu. Nindani Puanaba, Azabu. Owansu, Nindanza. Okola. Upalu, Moya, Ika, Koga, Nipi. Onilba, nouveau pichi, ukoro. Nouveau pichi en kokola, abadia, suma, kowana, tria, sa, ukora zane, umukwa, oyinyani, winya, nandamba, bank, kumankala, oyini, torbazaza, kabadi.
Well, I'll help you in the translation.
Yes.
She says she put about 180 acres under cultivation. And it mixes with cereal crops and the peas. The peas, we have granules, then rice, then we have the sorghum species, different type of sorghum. This our cassia, we call it red guinea corn. Then she is also a cashew nut plantation farmer, cashew nut. She has been farming a lot.
So she said in total she has
180 acres.
180.
And she has, apart from Bade people, her house help is about 20 in number. Okay. Those who are always in the farm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sit down. Please, a round of applause. Yes, Nana.
Monsieur Yafrem Nano Kobegwa the second. Me hima wo Amosma, the founder of Asebu Traditional Council. Me dria banchi. And I'm a catfish. Me a catfish. And then I'm
Ah, sir, Monim Amosma. Amosma said, Ope Dokuno Papedia. Ope Fanti Dokuno Papedia. And humanity. Amosma, Momon Semano.
Amosma Dokon, what is all time?
What is all time? Amosma Dokon, what is all time? What is all time?
You must have from a hema bedu, a kua bedu. Moa ango, takra de ango. And I'm war, me enthus, banche, no coco, a monimpa or
Nipa or how many Jumama?
A man for bay. And 6 years, some many a mayor and a mayor do. To a family until Kubedu, me and Yamapi.
We are never brave. Momon Semano, Momon Semano. Okay. It is a Siano, a friend now. Yebeji or Moano and Sem. We are now. Nana, wait, we are coming to ask you the question. You will talk. You give me the microphone. Where we would have a transit, Ubekasa. Ubekasa, baby. Baby. Yeah, coffee. Say, what is it? Yeah, Ubekasa. Say, honorable Netuhono. On the proceed penny beso to war. And now, Mammy penny netuono. Omina penny for. Sapepe, it means no crab. And the Bibiabe, and then simply in a betchy near the Abaswawo. Now for you, okay, Yadam was it. Dear, ye baby, someone in the say, yes, see, you were Womu and Mammu, a full moon near ma, ye did and dry the good near Maso. ɔyɛ asase yie yɛ fertilizer wɔn a moji tɔn mo dua mo nneɛma a wɔn ɛbɛtɔ ɛne mpanyinfoɔ a wɔn ba ɛbɛboa mo ɛne bankfoɔ a sɛbi wɔn ma mo besia ɛne sɛ wɔn sɛ aborɔfo bi ti hɔ wɔn nso na wɔn nso ba ɛbɛboa saa nkɔfo ne nyinaa no yɛ bebi sa mo sɛ nkitahodie bɛn na mo hwehwɛ efiri wɔn nkyɛn ɛkwan bɛn ɛna mo pɛ sɛ wɔn ne mo enya ensawosoɔ. So I want to ask also in English. My question is, what kind of relationship are you expecting from agribusinesses and from international development partners like AGRA, for example, like fertilizer manufacturing companies, like input distribution companies, like processors, marketing agencies, NGOs like AGRIHOUSE? They are supposed to have a relationship with you. What kind of relationship are you expecting from them? Question na maybe somebody has here. Mama, what must say? Good. Enti ye de beko round na mo akire yen ni amo hwehwe free sa enkofo ne nchen. Ye de atokrata so na yetumi abedi ho dwuma. Say what you say? Question is, I want to ask you, Ube can message you. I'm a Tumiatias here in the batch of the microphone. Please, they are going to respond to the questions, and this is the most important aspect of the program. So please, let's pay attention and listen to them. Thank you.
Farming, especially rice farming, is a capital intensive, which make use of agrochemical and fertilizer. So more money, I spent more money. So I want the banks and the president to support me, to support the Queen Mothers, so that we can have more food in the country.
Please, the bankers, do we have some banks represented here? I can see a banker here. Boss, this man is my friend. Or you man with ADB. So on the material. Bema, or say, or more physical money be here a fool. Na interest rate no so mama ne mrafo. Enya sa na woka.
Yes, please.
Na nyesi ka bebre nya sa. Na fatre.
Okay. Ela bena nyonwo dagbela. E gamo no na me ahio. Tami pena fufi den agbele. Tami jibo no pere mi an. Odo Ghana mi na mi dagbela na mi dranwo mi akpo Gaza. Ala be echi hama jana le Volta region zao. Tami jibo pere mi an agbele de chike. Be susu be na mi dagbela nku na wonyi de. Ala be amole mi atedo na mi dagbela ye nku masubo. Mi mete fe hehe no ye ga ke mi gle ha dagbela ha mi me ga kponi. Tami de kuku bo na pere mi an oko fertilizer gle Ghana mi na mi adagbela akpe.
Apelo. Mami misao na bangi fo no. Omumu binom abesra wo from hopen.
I got support from Africa Biodynamic Center. They have been supporting me.
No, I'm talking of the banks.
No.
Have they come to your farm before?
Please, no.
So what are you telling them, man?
Okay, I want the bank to support me.
They have to visit your farm.
Yes, please.
To know what you are doing.
Yeah.
And to talk to you.
Yes.
And to understand you better.
Yes.
So that they don't sit in the office and think for you.
Okay.
Tell me. Catch it.
Should I
Speak up there. He understands it.
Okay. Makuku then a bank dollar. Okay, I'm pleading all the bankers here to support us, visit our farms because we are women. We don't have money. We need support. Thank you.
Boss. Good. Momo se Manuel. Oh, say wakasa wanamibwa. Mama, wait. Today you will talk. Now, you are doing a lot of things. But there are some people here. They want to have some relationship with you. We are asking you, what kind of relationship do you want them to have with you? Those who are selling fertilizer, those who are selling the chemicals, those who are bringing the money, those who are coming to train you, those who are coming to buy. What kind of relationship are you expecting from them?
First, maybe some chair agree
Minister, honor to honor.
One on our so
For you,
a bedroom time week. Now, your person say your best cartaca. Your bed born. Now, young fair for me. First, agree for a buy, you know. Now, me, you, me, cook. Your bed boy, you know. Me draw a brew. My seed dummy. Say me near from being.
Or say, why you for the seed dummy? One say, Manoa.
First, me cash you no. Me drink cat ye. Nay, my see at Tokwami dear. Manya, say, I will do. Na me ye.
A die do.
A dead do. Cashew no.
Cashew, if you cashew no.
I feel cashew.
It didn't have say, or more ye bow.
Say, me banana. Me catch it all.
Oh, bow.
Me catch it all.
Me catch it all.
Now, say, yes, now your meetings. Casual meetings. You need pa baby. Yes, see a baby boy. A baby boy. Yes, me strong. Say, there, maybe car as some way. Now, young woman, yes, be.
Obi and go in my city.
Our man, Bible, where you be. Say, same quadra, no more cost school. Me, Jai Cashew, I feel quadano. Say, na Mr. Stati, when you now year school. Miss Stati, I do your goom. First, I then share she baby. Minister Cab say, me de be share. Me, oh, dear, or be share, mammy. Sumani, Minquada, or ho, a rahim. Say, me share colloculum, me wa aquadadia. Wa praho, wama or modiani, intimis rom. Casho no come me quasa meet me swabi. Me here, never baby. Yama, a former a fertilizer, nay, year. We hear Motokia so. Wokoya na obenfa abefi. Ya bo ambirwa, ye ntimi so abiem. Na sika no so ye bo aye. Se akwada wusuma no a. Wanya kakra. Echi na wa nkwa bio. Nti de me sere no bank fo master agric fo de wonim se wo beboa afom no ye hia bi. Wonim dada. Nya ye na ye be sa na akire no. Wonim dada. Se de ye say yen fan ye adwuma no wo foma wonim enti nya ye na ye be kan kire no bi enti afom no ye srewo se ye be so wo sisi na yen hwe afom no na ye nya aduane di se de mo keta no wa mo ngunu no be sinde yesu ye be bo mo na yesu ye nya bibia di ye se mo fre no ye ba ye be bo ya no ba ko enti obia ye ya no ba ko ada fofo de o mo ba ye no so ye gi o mo so bank fo mo gi ye agri master gi ye yes sremo sika fo no o mo so yes sreno o mo ma na ye no ba ko mo gi ye kan na ye nyina ye no ba ko na ye hwe kwada no na ye nya birbindi anti adwuma bebire na me ye se minister mint me ye bio na me ye nku ade akoton na me ye adwuma se ma bre mint me ye menya de wo bobo me a mint me ye bio nti me sro bia mo nde ye ba be ye no ba ko ye su amwo no mo so mo ngi ye so me srem nti manuel si me dam asi
Mumo se mano. So honorable we there it's when I say the agric master he's here. What bibia agric master no bet so ni fie mensuru ye wi a ye bet so ni fie na waso ni sisi na waso no mu ta pepe onu enti no wa ha no atamana so o meye bibia. Okay, so please, development partners and agribusiness ventures, what the woman has said is very important. Look at her age. She cannot continue. Labor, but labor is an issue. Paying them is an issue. She will need transportation. Partners, let us come on board and offer the needed support. Policymakers, do something about it. Come out clearly with the policies so that it will drive decision making. and it will drive implementation. Nina, baby, M1 Nina, or M1 Ediane, Agric Master, Obey Bibia. Now, Drew no so. Agric Master, you drew no so. Now, the Abba. Momo in same way.
Thank you very much.
Good. You prefer to speak English? Fantastic. So please go ahead.
Mix up with the Dagari, but I don't know whether people understand Dagari here.
So speak the English. Okay. Most prefer. Yes, speak English.
But pardon me if I make mistakes.
No problem. No problem.
I will first of all hammer on what my sister said. The banks should reduce their interest rate for us to be able to access loan to support our production and then the processing and then whatever we are doing in agriculture. Also, the agro dealers, we will beg them to always provide us with viable seeds. You know, women, we are very vulnerable. You have your 100 acres, you go and buy your seed, sow, and then germination is poor. It's very difficult to refill, to supply. So that one, it makes the cost of production very high. So we urge that they should always provide us with good seeds and then the necessary support. Also, I've even forgotten of the first thing, the tilling of the land. It is a big problem for us, especially in the Upper West region, precisely Nandom, because we don't have vast lands to plow like our sister district, the Northern and then Sisala. We have fragmental pieces of land. So it makes it difficult for the tractor to access tractor services. They will want farmers with 5 acres, 10 acres, whatever to just plow. But you have your 2 acres here, 3 acres here. At the time, we suffer to access the tractor service. So I am pleading. I don't know which department can handle that. If they could support women with just a simple farm tool, okay, a mechanized one like the power tiller or even a small tractor for the women to manage. We can manage it to enable us till our land during the farming season. Again, the marketers, we will struggle and then produce our food. Some of us will come and support us with little monies to produce the food. And then when we harvest, they will come and buy it at the farm gate with a lower price. Some of them don't fear God. They will want to maximum price at the end. So because they will say because they support you to farm, and then we don't have the money, we don't have the capital to farm. So you don't have any option than accepting their offer. They will assist you to farm, and at the end, you will just toil for nothing. Example, the time of just the beginning of the season, a bowl of granules, just on shell granules, was 10 cedis. Then they help you to produce. Now the on shell granules is 15 cedis per bowl. We sell in cocoa bowls at Nandom. But because they support you to farm, they will want to buy it at the 10 cedis. So you see, your toil, you can't get anything. So we are urging. And then I don't know, they should sympathize with us. Anytime they support us to farm, then they try and then buy at the current price so that we can also get something to take care of our children and husbands. Then also the processes. I will plead with them to try and get to all regions and the districts to strengthen their training on the processing in order to prevent food spoilage. Because when we harvest, like this, some of the food crops cannot be stored for long. And then due to that, we just waste them. But if these processors come to intervene, at least we can if they assist us, we can process them and store them for future use, or they can stay longer in order to waste them. Then I rear sheep and then poultry as well. That one, I don't know, again, I don't know the department I will knock at. The feeding of the ruminant during the dry season around this time is very, very difficult. But if you are able to do it, you get a lot. So I don't know. You will help us. My mother will say a deputy agri minister is here. If you can assist that to get the support for feed for our animal. You just want, some people can manufacture some, can use some ways to manufacture feed to feed these animals to do better. Besides gathering our farm waste, like the rice bran, the soya bran, and why not to feed them. So we are urging that they should come on board and help the women farmers who are into the poultry and the ruminant to open our eyes better so that we can take care of these things to increase production in Ghana. I don't know. Okay, I will stop here, and if a question comes, baby, I can add the rest. Thank you very much.
Yes. Very well articulated. Very well articulated. Very well articulated. Nana, who dear maybe bisa? Wo umpote mu hono. Se twi na meka no ana pese meka zo. Wotipa. Umpote mu hono. I'm so sister kasa no waka nema bebre. Won so how no ebi ni de. Na ekwan be na obepe se ye befa so a sa o how no ebesi mu kwan. Kasa pa o se de wunu anu musika sa no. E ma obi an hye wo so. So what you say? Kasa pa.
Me damasapa sa mam sa kwanje. O say o mo maye kamera se de beye mfuo no. O wono me da o mase edikan. Obi de kamera se ba me edigu ye kokoo bi so. Enye papa kokoo na hye. Kokoo kase pa, me kokoo kase no no. Ni nyina asai. Mesisi ano ayi me problem. Eto su bio. Almost say omba me fertilizer. Fertilizer na ba bebre. So anya papa e be se wadwuma. Na me ho no agri officer na me ne ye adwuma no. Waka hyem se mama me yusu aduro bia amfa nhye efuo. Enti me laborers na me wo no adana wo modo. Enti enam so mo mo bre pa. Eni ema no te se de menu e kan yi. Eni ema no sebe bebia metemeti akura na chi. Bebia mefuo no won. Eni ema no me bo modena wo madom mabobo ya. AGRIHOUSE for Adaroma. E kwa na nye de bebia o de me bo.
Abobo ya no na de ma ho. AGRIHOUSE for. Oh, who must say AGRIHOUSE for?
Omo me ya 1 month ni. O de me ko bo nti me ntumi ko ba bia me ko afuo mboda. Me bro de no enyina me ko fa obi de ansa na wa ye. Chile manya driver papa obeye driver no e kalabuli. Obese me de ma no na de ba bia odidi hu. Me so me se me nya ne sa. Me je no me ka se me de beboa community. Me de beboa sore. Me de beboa mi amadwuma na bia me nua no madoye. Na obese de ba bia me de ma no na nkode akofa entabo en da bi. Enti me pen sa me kwa na nye kura. Enti bi ko twa brode no nso a ni bo oto no edufudie no oto no edufudie o amemfa bi ko
eye nia obeto oboard no
yo obeto me brode
e bo no de ma no nya papa
oh mempe nso me ne den samiti ekura me di bi be ko ekura bo e friend Elmina won ye Central Market nti me de be ko no won body ebobo enye sibi o musito ye ne ma no enye iti mesre se omo bebo ene enya omo beto yade na me ashaso no yedua cafe wo ye mpatem ho hwe coffee no yedua ye nya tofo
e dey coffee
ba cho an ye kwata cafe na ye so akwa ba bi ye friend jokwa akrobo baby, I swear by 10 miles. Now, my name is Manny Miku. Near Swan near the court. Your Quamonto. Ah, young cousin, someone found what? Ah, actually, the band say, what's here, and I had to be near Chick. Now, you see, near Noah, the Salana, my name is Quale. Yeah, no.
No more, I'm on coffee, no.
Auntie, oh, Auntie, the band, and say, Metro Trouble. Auntie, you trouble.
Auntie, maybe now, but it's coffee, no. I said, no, can I? You're very serious.
I mean, it's true, America.
You're very serious. Now, Minister, if you say, yeah, what's it? Your best share coffee more, can I? Now, coffee so I'm a walk. Oh, now, Obia coffee. Now, coffee on one is seen in a man coffee in the year. Now, I said, no, Minister, young Shahoyi, and our first, you know, what's the way they Uchabuye?
But trying to also. You're trouble. Near the Diabe. Now, Benusu, near me, I told my dear Coco, assassin. Sabi, the end to me, you know, a baby to me. I told you, you Diabe say. Besipa 5 acres. Maybe some you know you could any pa. Never been to go to mention. Or you are in any. Timmy Baba could go on a map. Business the same thing. Yanyato for. Then tea beside honor. Edmana obey and 1 year obia. Obey a side many beer. At a phone married Wendy. Now I had the danger. Business may trouble. May trouble Senegal. Me Adriano. Coco.
If we say Coco, no, I better.
Coco,
it's not just say
Coco,
never nabotre. Not just say Peseno atofoni ho.
Debbie.
Coffee no atofoni ho.
Debbie.
And into what training negu. And I will ye Coco. If we say Coco, dear, atofo.
Atofo Coco, dear. You want to share Siena.
Twaso.
In the qua, ye better. Enti, Ceciano Banchi, last year Banchia, Adrian. Banching in our pro. Mean to me, what the reason why. A man, Banching in iron.
A pro war assassin one as you two and a pro. Ubetu na pro.
A pro. Banchinu betu na pro. Baby, I'm a dear man canino. Man can say a more contour media or pa.
Yan intentive na union of us.
Mate. Maybe say, almost on by my in Rua. Yet the bay of funny dear. Messrs. Omo may be beer. Ye bay I so young better yen. Ma a man from work room. Almost so or my nebi. Now almost so Eddie. Na sabi, a kwame ya. Bidem it's one. AGRIHOUSE at a Roma. Mean ye bidem a medi. Agri can na me ya. Me maya watch a phone na me dia show a free a yapa denti aduma we are pension him ka ba bia meduma nya 64 years kesa me ko pension se se mo na ma ho odnaba enti me pese ye mesi afo no obia ye dai oye ku aduma na emrema na sisi ya che hwe me enti me se ma no obia nyere no emema no maybe to my baby pen. Me discard me cruise for qua.
Eti me ba o nya botre. Eti o se. Ah, say.
Oh, no say.
Nya botre. Say ya dwi break obegwatia. We injatia pa na o twatia no. Eti me ba o nya botre.
Me tie.
Eti as the baby sound and say. O se mema this is mu ache. Honorable ye be ma o tihwe yi.
O ye be ma me.
Na remember this is what it is a quiet bay and a wolf faswa, wolf say a maya and a ma a war posyasono, Ubeshama almost so a bequium, and then I will yes here.
Ceciano, my catcher almost say, we are by your own ayajuma, not for show back, for support, one first support to back Robano Sabi, oh, I be the papa naya, oh, mamma, not to away there. Mrs. Ceciano, obey Piera. On your own, when you can find one you could
and Sassi or why Mobanyama, Sa and Manua, or Mopeso Muyakiano.
I buy the Wenyabi.
It's your mobile chair on Benya.
It is a sea and the Abban said, we are bad, dear. And so we will tamem. Now, show back. Now, bad your oceana, a superban fast. So then, yes, I will teach a man. Intimacy, Sabby, manner in Nayasia. Women and Mamma, dear, only a Yajuma. Young Yakujuma, Madame Cassa, you may be alone. A queer Juma, we are. What now, warrior? mreda omi nya dwuma ye mreda bi te se ku adwuma ye fa support ye fa nhwe ye mba na dache ye ma so ahwe bi de ku adwuma me ye na boa me pa
why are there ye monse ma no afi farmer so so we want to ask her how many acres is she cultivating now? And okay, let her answer that one, then I will follow up with the
Eka kwabaga ne pinu kapa na kora omukola abadeya tia suma kwawana chi ukoni aza zuna tamikani akoningi zuna ubola uyinyata unukwangalala ula nyala sumsum dama ligri zuna ligri kora ika lafu ikutonkwa zuna ligri nkoro kubu uyinya ligri untonkwa sunga.
Explain to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. That she farms 150 acres.
150 acres. 150.
Yes, but you know it's cut across most of the cereals and the leguminous crops. So she has counted cowpeas, she has counted granules, she has counted soya bean, then maize. And where we are coming from, we don't come from a rice production area. But she has just added that the major challenge or headache is high cost of fertilizer. That if she could get help or you subsidize the amount for certain particular commodities or items that is needed in the cultivation of crops, then she would have done a lot. That is what he's saying. Because out of the 150 acres, where I'm coming from, the tractor drivers, instead of plowing a hectare, which is equal to 2.5 acres, they don't agree to that. They would like to plow 1.5 for 1 acre. And the fertilizer Northeast region, we bought 420. So 420. So if the Ministry of Agri recommendation is 2 compound fertilizer and 1 bag of ammonium sulfate to 1 acre, by her 150, you can imagine if you multiply that amount of 1 acre times 150 acres, it's not small amount. So she need help. I'm happy the Deputy Minister of Agri is here.
Let's ask.
Yeah.
The crops she produces, how does she sell them? And where does she sell them?
Most of you want
no. So
I know where.
Ask her in the language.
Nkora ansesi obruko azasa dama umalada dama badira on seba jinikena banyala nandamba bakashela on ton yisi yagi dante sala on ton dire ngwan obisinen dira kacha ankpalam ndoli marindia dama onilu zwaya pam soni kena yo kajibu on ton yisi dima ntu no diama kule ka ngwan obise dira halu ya kosi on to ko yi la kilan koshi ne ba kwa ama bundirgula ukuton ko bundirguma
that at times it is, you know, they normally sow maize and intercrop with millet. So after the millet, we don't feed on it apart from cocoa. So it means that one is at liberty to be sold to put in the next year farming. But after the other foods that relatives, the extended families, African family system. So I'm being a queen mother. My village, someone can just get an old lady over 60 years with a pan. That I'm going to the Dindantambo that I slept with hunger yesterday. And most at times, within a week, the amount of pans this woman distributes is not a joke. So, and she gives some to relatives and so on. So after marketing, she can, the millet is being sold out. The millet is being sold out.
So you see what, Honorable, so the point is that she is producing, but because the community is poor, whatever is produced is given to the poor. So at the end of the day, she does not get any return financially. And so it is incredible, you understand? So we want to ask her, these people, the vulnerable, they are always coming to her to collect food, to go and eat. What is she doing to empower those people so that those people will not continue to come to her to collect food?
That most of the vulnerable, they are people who are blind, who cannot do anything. So you can empower such person to do something. And that most of them they have lost their husbands, leaving only the women. And if he has no children farming her, by all means, if you want to empower her, it will be very difficult. She only have to continue with that.
Okay.
But
I think it's a very good point.
I should add this particular point. Most of what they cultivate is the local cultivars. Now, in fact, we have to plead through the minister to come out with exotic cultivars. Because Obatampa came out, Sister Bag came out, Dada Bag came out, Abrotia came out, and to our surprise, it was very costly for any commoner. And so many people say, oh, let these people buy. Let Panava and Co buy. When they cultivate, we will collect the seeds from them. What about if I buy and refuse you the seed? What will you do? So if they rather reduce the cost of the improved cultivars, it will go a long way to help us.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. So I think, Doc, so for example, in terms of policy, we have to look at what she said, that the vulnerable, a good number of them are blind, they are physically challenged and that kind of thing. So it means, what is it that we have to do to empower those people, to build their capacity so that they will not continue to depend upon her? You understand? So some of these things should drive policy and value chain operators. What is it that we have to do? You know, yeah. Okay. Mama, now who fana ufibae community bay Amosima Mona moye dokuno no aye de short high Amosima dokuno. Now tell us, Amosima, you produce kenke, but we see a lot of these girls by the roadside doing so many things around what's the name of this place? Yamonansa, you know, some of them are doing, you know, some things. The women. Obahima, as the ruler in that area, what are you doing from agricultural point of view to empower these women to go into agriculture? Ediebe na wo ya, wo de boa emayiwa ya sebe, omo bra no ase aye bibi no, ama omo so tumi akokua yomu, ama omo abra aboso aye se wudi.
Medase. Mo pocho ma oboboa ma mo from an way to me fi street no.
Ma awo area. Ewa.
Nyo. Ma me motu ma ya inde ma start kuwa kakra no ni catfishing. But masre day AGRIHOUSE fo one ma education sum bra nkronkro there forums bi. Na wonya interest osana mreye. But won hu there man come to organize a forum. But one waba. Now, what my education is sinker. Before that, when you when you did, my way to Hanamo, as I saw. Nkakra muri ye na wo bobo ni me bobo ni wo do kire ho na obo da fa so okura na ho so was wo hwan hye
Bazi biu.
Nei na education. Nei na education na a kire ono oboboa mofra ma no wetu me free street no.
Okay.
O san da hon nyim da wo work school. But nya ho nyinara.
Wonko
Na woko. I'm a teenage pregnancy.
Was it teenage pregnancy? Oh, Anna.
For choy. But see, say Yaroko.
Or the walk.
Yaroko.
On for what can they fool you?
No, your fan come.
One fan come.
Your best said AGRIHOUSE for one Brian Crow. Normal education, another way pa. All the tradition councils in Ghana. One call tradition council. Now he may be a crow. One can do this and this. Another midday, your papa won't crow no one you have education. Before dog bois. My teenage pregnancy, I'm from within the street. You to me, if you.
All right. I had it almost a man. Almost a man. Good. Gabotal, I will issue if you angu. And angu ya wasa no ya hunter.
Or ya wasa.
What angu or ya wasa? If Ben so.
Woof, angwa, woof, colloquium, no question. Woof, now call Tamaculum. And some well drango, and some well drumanso.
I said, what do manso? What call inside hall? And what ya wasa?
Yo.
Now a hono, you see, Galamse ni hamo power. And I'm with the Galamse.
I want to know.
Omunyan do Timuko no, Bibia Kama, the Radiasi. Eti dear Ben, a wooya, Ubua, Ama and Mayua, and in Bebunua, a war and Gunim Potemono, almost Baby Yukia.
Nanzela Agreka for Babaho. Very ancient. Now, Agrika, Mammy who takrade.
Oh, and I'm a Greek in the same amount of Tagrad. Honorable, that is who you're doing.
Yabaya,
that's what Greek in the amount of
Yabaya, never mamma Fidie. The mamma Fidie. The mamma blue.
A Fidie Bay. Okay, Moto Bruno.
The mamma blue. Timmy call me dear Brunepa. A bronzy mammy. Now, Michelle, a Dumasano. No matter if you had Yassa. Maya, while you could school. I feel about no apple. Majuma fuel so a hand by Harry. Most made a ya, Minesca, may a pain. Minesca, the person who bore me. Let me ask Majuma for no. Let me answer, most may be, may I am ready.
Nanyama no tonwa udua hwanum de beto
kodokrom fo ba to ba o mfidimpo ne ba bia me ba fe so epa we yekwa o ba o me ji we ntu ba wi obetete ho
na je se ekwan ya obefa so kura o de be kodwuma koton no e no so kura ya asem
o ne pa asam kokoko ba so de abefia no po ne pa asam
kokoko no kura ya so de abefia e ya asem banchi e di befia e ya asem ena kojo krom e ma na eton ade no kura de
oh on the boy
ena ye se asem ho
enti ho mo ame
enti e de na opese ye
me pese madwuma fo no bo ame na ho mama ade a me do kwa fa ade ne ba
uko fa de nkan ye
me ko fa ba anche ne koko no
je o ko fa efu ma ba
me de aba
ti se abobo ya
you want to be able to imagine. Sikaso ka ho.
Unya sikaso so. Why you penny? Unya sikaso so. Okay. Momo se ma wo mo e. Em say time no ko. Enti ye ka se ye ko round bi ma asem beba. But em say ye hunu ne ombese o mo kire ni nyina ana ameboa. Ye hunu de ombese o mo kire ni nyina. Honorable and Doctor Chairperson and Commander COP and a penny for a shame. value chain actors, the banks, the international NGOs, development partners, processors, marketers, and everybody here. I'm sure we've heard it. Last year they mentioned it. This year they have repeated it. As a matter of fact, we've even got new additions to what we heard last year. So it means it is showing clearly that this program is very important because we are hearing it from them, first-hand information. And this should help drive policy, should help drive decision-making. Some of the things we have put here is that this woman was talking about coffee and cola is a serious matter. We are talking about diversification, and here we are cutting down coffee plantation and processing it themselves through the crude way, and the family drinking coffee. Hey, woman coffee. You bought coffee appreciate, coffee breakfast, coffee lunch, coffee dinner. That's a serious matter. And upon a mono, and I do more better than mono. More to no one coffee and no panel, no one your energy near the accordo. But that's a serious matter. Then we are also talking about pricing. She mentioned the Kojokrum market women. But you see, it's the women who are also working against the women. So let's watch that one. We are talking about finance. We are talking about labor. We are talking about capacity building. And she mentioned training in processing, development partners. Let's think about that. Policy, let's think about that. Training in processing. And she also mentioned that during the dry season, the animals don't get places to graze. And so we have to be thinking about how to produce hay and all those things. Let's think about all those things. And she also mentioned products that are not of top quality. And so we have to intensify monitoring of the kind of product that are being sold to these farmers. Are they registered? Are they buying the correct input and all those things? Let's check and see what is it that would have to be done for these beautiful women who are sitting here. Nana Hemano, we thank you so much. You are doing a great job. Because of you, Deputy Minister is here to listen to you. And I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be happy that today you have come and you have spoken. And the man who matters in this situation has listened to you. You wanted his number. Go and hold his waist. Console the CC. Obeba bekasa timensu wati bibia. So ni ayaka nyina empenifo no womwate. Yeda mo ase nyame nhira mo. Adwuma no emamo mpa ba. Monkoso amunye se mo gyae pe ekombedi yen. Enti amamo njai ye beta mo achi ene bi se wona ye twai ye behwe bibia umpra saa na bibia e kamanti monyire mo ho aban tamoachi empenifo tamoachi o sa abrofo ni ade nyina empenifo bebre ye behye mo ha e kyese ni amoye no wo mo ni so na wo mo ni gye ho amamo mpa ba na bibia be kama ya me nhira mo ye da mo ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Eti ye be pagya emu na ya betra ase.
Thank you very much, Mr. Drew. Me pacho ye bonta ma mo ya de pa. Ye da munyina se. Thank you very much, Mr. Drew. AGRIHOUSE cultural troop here da munyina se. Pacho ye monte mo so. Enkomodie ni de aye kama pa minister te ho boniti saa. I remember I actually went to visit a farm somewhere in the western region. Oh, farm minimum DNA, kama nipa no dodua cucumber. Cucumber, kama bako. Hey! When you say no cucumber we dear, come market swa. Yes, sikani. Now so problem ni say. Yeah, the cucumber mema one CDU. But transportation alone can kill you. For you to even get to that particular village, and also yes, so I was engaging the farmers. I must say, yes, one you. Anyway, since I am minister, no, what's in Sembebre, I believe, say he some words to say to calm the nerves of our women here. Intimate Pacho, Enidimwa, Enfansembo, Ensia, the Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture, Honorable Yao Frimpong Adu. Pacho,
Yeah, this is just an attempt to give hope to our queens here from the discussions that just went on. I have a little time here, so I will just respond. Go to another function somewhere, and I will come back to deliver my speech. But in the meantime, issues now we discuss here, very pertinent issues. Key things have come up. We know some of them already. Some of them we are attempting to resolve. Others are outstanding. Some of them are so huge, it will take some time before we go. But the most curious one among them was the coffee breakfast. That one, it is a bit ridiculous because I know, because I serve on the board of Cocoa Board, and I know that we have a marketing unit in Cocoa Board to buy coffee. So coffee is not sold on the market like any other commodity. It is only sold at specific places designated by Cocoa Board to do so. So I'm taking this matter up very seriously. I will take the full address of our queen farmer, and then you see how we can resolve this issue, because it is something that has shocked me. It's a news that has shocked me this morning. Of all the things I listened to, that one is the one that moved me seriously, because we need the foreign exchange from coffee. So it cannot happen that we grow coffee here and our coffee is of high premium. So I'm wondering why this situation. So I'm going to conduct full-scale investigation into it, and maybe the next time we meet, we might have had a solution to that problem. But in the meantime, I wish to thank AGRIHOUSE. I've promised her that anywhere she invites me, whether it is in Azerbaijan or Ukraine, I will go. I will go because AGRIHOUSE is doing something extraordinary that we haven't seen it before. AGRIHOUSE. She took me to the western region. I was amazed. She took me to Tamale, where she brought together a lot of producers, and they were mostly women, and then buyers, input dealers. I saw a lot of agri machinery there, and I was amazed that so I bet who is motivating her to do all this, because you can hardly get a young lady in Ghana who has sacrificed so much. So AGRIHOUSE, maybe a time will come we may have to appoint AGRIHOUSE as our special agents at the ministry. Yeah, to mobilize women. You should just concentrate on mobilizing women, and then we will look at the support that we can also give to continue helping women, especially the vulnerable ones. And with you, the Queen Mothers, this is the second time I'm meeting you. I'm sure to meet you in the next coming years until my time will be over at the ministry. But so long as I'm there, anytime they call me to come and meet Queen Mothers, because you are a serious integral part of the work we do to produce food. And the food must be produced in abundance. And it is you that will help us achieve this objective for the ministry. So I thank you very, especially the first group, the panelists. I thank them so much. I'm taking a few points along. I will come back and do justice to what I have prepared. So I will leave you in the good hands of my lady MC, and I promise to come back to continue the discussions and everything today until we finish today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable. He has promised to come back, and he will surely be back. Now, we're still looking at call to action, commitments. Yakasa bebre, we are in talk shop. Yeka problem no. Now identify solutions. To help us with some solutions, I would like to call on Nana Efia Dako Brabi the first, Chidom Hima Suhum traditional area, Nana Pachawaha. Vasete Wanokasa, Yehu Nia Obe to me so I Pachose. Oh no, just come. Yeah. Come so we can talk about it. You can come use the podium.
Hello, Nana no more Moshia. Midina ha, and a pay the Michio Bibia. Edanyamia said, or the Yana Basum dream. Na Mejidi says, Sana, your best friend no Sandia could do yesterday. Yo, Master Moani say, me di himano or Suhum traditional area. Na me for Cratchy. Oti region. Na me can say Banshee. Me cashew. Me cocoa. Na me cashew no me just 3 acres. I think say Oma mention big ones waha. Yeah, then they yanketwa. Na me wo cashew 3 acres, Banshee 3 acres. Na me wo cocoa 36 acres. It was na Mother Roma no crane me no ha me ne say ye hono no your friend is saying oti region hono ne ye brepa e ma no obi beka se o ohema nko na ye na afo nti se bibi ba ne akọ ohema ho na ye de akọ akoma no ba mato mani ahu se krom hono no e ma na e wo hono bebre no e dopa nti ne amaye ma adwen amaye ne se ma boabo ma no yeguso aye behia e ma na edo bia obi a odo ye oba me de na e kama ho na ya form association bi na se bibi ba se e bia na na gifa ye wafu a na te se ankoye me nko a na ya makro ni nyina aye ma na te se omo so anya mfaso bi afi ne me ho na ne to so ni se fulani for no kre me pa mo cho mo mfa nche me bia na obi wa hasa na emom no kre ne ye ka meme banchi efuo no America say 3 acres no ba ko te se me tu banchi na esoso te se me a na omo on the nantwie na fafum kekenye so omo wi o they are just walking passing by kwhwe ye tu banchi na egu awe ni ombewe asa bibia na bibi se okoto a wan hwe kura obeti ahwe na mesre eno nso omo hwe na omo nyamaye minim kwa ye be fa so ye be solve sa problem no Oti region hono especially Oti region one shakra you better to a form so other say that they will rape you or they will kill you. That's what they do. Yes, I witness a lot. Now many are break akra me pamucho. Me sre empenyifu e waha. Me sre we de ye ohema ankoto nka me koto asre empenyifu a se ye kase Thomas mu a me say mo kase to afufuro asumu a omo be fa ne serious a me sre mo hwe na mo nya ho adwuma man.
Yes. Oh, there is any kakaka to me. Na send your ball full and near some media. I come up my sopa, and I made a pass say what police wants to ha on Bessoya sim into year war. COP Mrs. Habiba Ya A Chimesi Sapon. I'll also be back now. What train ya police phones to be a bois Juma war or my emu. It's in Patoyan Fancy Monsiano.
Thank you very much, organizers of this wonderful, ahead of Madam Alberta and the team. I bring you greetings from our dear Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare. He would have wished to be here, but due to other equally important assignments, he couldn't come. Madam Chairperson, our cherished Queen Mothers, stakeholders, the Royal Policy Dialogue panelists, the Royal Conversation panelists, special invited guests, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I am highly delighted to represent the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare, at the 5th annual gathering of the Royals event. Indeed, it is a royal event. It's a gathering of royals, and I'm proud to be part of this event. The Inspector General of Police sends his warmest greetings. I'm speaking on the topic, our role as custodians in sustaining agri-peace, our journey. The importance of agriculture to peaceful social development cannot be overemphasized. Agriculture and peace are without doubt and interdependent. It is because without peace, we cannot farm. There will be no food, and without food, there will be no peace for any form of development. And I think the last speaker's appeal can explains what I'm talking about. Our ability to sustain development in agriculture could well mean the sustenance of the whole existence of human race. We need food to survive, we need food to grow, we need food to develop. The dependence on humans on agriculture is critical to our very survival. Right from creation, the human race has depended largely on agricultural produce for survival. It still remains the main livelihood for a lot of people across the world. In Ghana, for instance, more than half of the population work in the agricultural sector, and this makes it a leading sector when it comes to employment. On the larger scale, agriculture has been economic backbone of the most low-income countries. It also serves as a major contributor to economic growth for most countries and a large foreign exchange earner. Unfortunately, this same sector has been the central focus point for most conflicts in the world. Families are either fighting over fertile lands for farming or land boundaries, resulting in a lot of land litigations. We have our custodians selling the same land for somebody to farm, and the same portion of land also being sold for development, housing development. These land litigations could lead to conflicts or violence, and if not addressed on time, will severely disrupt agricultural processes and limit access to food, which in turn forces people to take hazardous actions as they attempt to secure their lives and that of their families. There is always instability in countries that experience higher increase of food prices and hunger, and this has security implications. This heightens instability could then result in civil unrest, migration of people into neighboring countries as refugees. And we can tell from our brothers from Sudan, Somalia, and even very close to us. These land litigations, we said, is going to disrupt. There's always instability, as I've stated already. It is in this vein that makes it imperative for custodians, and I'm happy we have a lot of Queen Mothers here. It is in this vein that makes it imperative for custodians and other stakeholders in the agricultural sector to work assiduously for the sustainability of agro-peace for our dear nation, Ghana. It is obvious that peace is not a commodity that can be purchased from the market. So to sustain agro-peace, it will take the collective effort of all stakeholders in the agricultural sector to contribute their quota to ensure sustainable peace. However, the issue of internal security is, as mentioned, all attention is shifted to the police. Wherever the issue is mentioned, all attention is on the peace. And I remember the Queen Mother looking at me very well. It is, however, expected that the police deliver on this at all costs. In fact, whoever says that, they are right to think that way, because that is what we are paid to do. But security in general is shared responsibility. Indeed, the police service is mandated by law to perform its traditional roles of protecting lives and property, as well as perform other functions necessary to ensure the sustainability of internal security. It is our mandate. However, the fact remains that the police cannot be at all places at the same time, as enshrined in our Constitution. Article 14, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution talks about personal liberty of all persons. Over the years, farmers have been experiencing invasion of farms by unscrupulous people who steal animals and other farm products. These unwarranted actions bring untold hardship on the farmers, because most of these farmers run their farms on loans. And I was happy when you were talking about loans. So repaying the loans becomes a problem. The police have on numerous occasions intercepted and arrested a lot of these criminals syndicates through our intensive patrols and snap checks. It's high time to know our responsibility towards agro-peace as stakeholders, and to take steps to ensure its sustainability. We must understand that security, again, in any form is expensive, but without it, we will pay dearly. Individual farmers, especially animal farmers, agro-business owners, and warehouse operators in the sector must consider installing enhanced security cameras which can record both night and day at strategic locations of their businesses, such as the entry and exit points. Although the initial costs of this venture may be expensive, the long-term benefits are enormous. Criminals of today are changing their strategies in the day in and day out. So it is incumbent on us as business owners to also move with the time to outwit these criminals. It is also very important as business owners to know that the police emergency contact numbers to contact the police in times of emergency to produce the response time, to reduce the response time, it is also important to fall on security experts to advise you on some guidelines to adapt before and also locating the site and building the structures for the safety of your business. Since the police cannot be at all places, it is important to have a vibrant neighborhood watch committees. And these groups are very important in rural areas. I know Queen Mothers assisting the police to come out with this type of neighborhood watch. And I can give, when I used to be the director of community policing, there was a Queen Mother at Gawe Lafa, who really supported that. And I know a lot of Queen Mothers and chiefs are very active in this area. After getting the people, you must inform the police district commander in your area, and they will take over and ensure the necessary documentation processes, training and inauguration of the group to commence work. I'm talking about the neighborhood watch group, which is a thing together. It's a shared responsibility between the police and the community. The concept of community policing has proven to be a very effective approach to modern policing. This system of policing is where the community is involved in the policing of their own community, and other ways, policing brought to the doorstep of the people, where they can say something if they see something. The neighborhood watch committees have thrived in most rural settings because of the smaller size of the community. This makes it possible to easily identify people with strange characters and report them timelessly. This policing approach will help our farmers in the rural setting to ward off criminals from their farms. Therefore, it must be encouraged by all stakeholders. Police administration, I speak on behalf of the IGP, pledges its support to all neighborhood watch committees in terms of training and cooperation to achieve results in the fight against crime. The concept, that is why these days you see a lot of motorbikes on our street, a lot of patrols on our street. It's all about the new strategy to ensure safer communities. It is believed in proactive policing rather than the conventional reactive police. Hence, that we have also enhanced our vehicular patrols, and district commanders have been directed to vigorously and variously conduct village patrols to effectively combat crime. To ensure effective policing, the police administration has created more police regions from the existing 18 regions. We now have 25 regions. The central region have, for instance, have been further divided into the central and the south. Our core center are more vibrant than ever and will respond to your calls. The police emergency numbers are, here I want to share with all of us, the 18555 or the 112 or the 191. I'll be very grateful to all if we can all memorize or probably save it on our phones. These numbers are used and then use them for the intended purposes only. On behalf of the Inspector General of Police, I wish you all, and I wish all participants, at the same time, I wish you well, and I want to say thank you very much for involving the Ghana Police Service in this powerful seminar. Thank you very much.
We also appreciate your presence, ma'am. We can do it better for her, please. We want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, especially OCP Africa. I know they have something to share with us, but before that, we'd like to go straight to our second panel discussion. If you would allow me to introduce them. It's going to be moderated by Nana Ekuya Amoa II, the Paramount Queen Mother of Tuobodom, Bono East region. So if she's around, Nana, kindly join us. Let's put our hands together for her. Our next panel discussion is going to be on the theme, Working Together, Championing Agri Growth through the Agri Booster Module. And to help with the discussion, she'll be the one to moderate it. Nana, would you like me to introduce the people? I'm introducing Kofu, and Nana, so I'm going to introduce Kofu.
Thank you very much. Today is a special day. But they should have allowed the people to perform before we even come in. You say it's time. But don't you know, don't you see they feel bored? Nananum call board to the Kakranka Mumpe. Ah, Wafa, Munkuru Kakramia. So that even when they are drumming, if you know how to dance, come and dance. So that you'll be healthy. Nananum, what would the master? Omadi asani gina mo announce who the agent. Now higher there. Now my chances are now sisi ya. performing, and I think Nana enjoyed it. And the panel which came, I think even if they didn't say all, at least they've said something that you were hearing to say yourself. Nana no more my idea pow. Mausa manu hima ye ni wanka gana ni wo. Ya maga na bia ni dia me. Mummy boy ensem. Na mo sa mo ambaka no kuro nyina omoka omsi sika omoka omsi education omoka omsi se. Now we are inviting some people up here. They are going to respond to how best they can help us solve agri problems. So also a bank of agri bank. Yes, sir. See, I say motoking. One about me is a gato. Then agri bank for actually. But could be a journalist. Omo kata bebre. Then also they ama agrika koso wo Ghana. Enti obia de ni background fertilizer no de mayen. Dan bi mete say fertilizer bi and dey papa. Sanka omo my question na no yase binum so omo ko baabi. Ka say mo my we ndi omo ba mo time. Na ka mo kura mo nya kwan bi so omo questions. Enti ye frɛ Mr. Kojo akoto boaten ono agric business. Or how amra no meka di onim kire. And then we invite Nana Hima Awindo. Onu de oye empuntu hima ewa afija kwabri east. Nana wo habra. Na beka ne tenten. Unfortunately, time om dia mayesha ukwa kanso a ombaka say yemfa eno anti yemfa nsa. Then we have Mr. Dominic Donko, managing partner, Agro Monty Company Limited. Agric Bank of Wansu, they've given us Mr. Ako, head of business support. On Sombra, number can Agric of what the Omoye Amaye. Say, yeah, that's it, the way I'm in the work case. And my bands are my bum, they have the Masamaya, you knew I got to be a energy. Tell you what I say. Time no crash now or question. Be bold and ask your question, and they will answer the question for you. My big sister and you are not my big sister. I'm older than you. I'm not here. And our queen mother, you introduce yourself and tell us what you do to help us.
Me patro ye frame me Kojo akoto boaten. Me krum ben on krum kakra. Me free Kransa doy.
Okay, very good. So you are a farmer too.
Patro ai.
Only a farmer.
Yeah, cashew kakra. E won Kransa doy.
Okay.
Na me journalist.
Okay.
And na me jai be see dan kakra.
Okay.
But say I me agric full time.
Okay.
Company me ye dwuma ho no ye friend no new age group. Ye ton fertilizer and a seed. And kuaye ho niema. Me branch na me manage no. Ye friend no we come. Ye crowdfunding into ye mankofo ekeka sika bom na ye dia ye efo enti be 2 years ni no ya ye e broke kakra e na so ya kakra otumu e na ya ye emu kakra sesia ye ka say ye wo mo be 1500 acres ya ye enti ye mo brand ne FVV rice enti ye supporting farmers aside and also government projects kakra wa yet national yema efutu kakra se de be aban no betimi aso akuaye muye medase.
Thank you very much. And then Nana, tell us about yourself and what you do in agric.
Oyima medase. Nana no wadaroma me mo wachi o. Abusia fa mo wachi wadaroma mesremu ni di na makasa kakra. Say metna panel so AGRIHOUSE. I mean, which I have been part for some years now. Now, Crawford 100 acres, 50 acres, 300 acres. Now, me because me to me acres nibi. Menka kota oh. It's quarter acre no. And I'm due to me home. But me role ne say me advocate. Me can agric no ho asem. Any ekwampa ye betimi afa so
aboa ni titru emma ewo kuaye mu enti me role a me play eno no enti mama Alberta assignment 2 years ni me see on some nsa ne enko afum na me nko twa sase na on taking me through the process na me no na next time me betena panel so amaka ekesa kire ho madam Asepa.
Okay, mention your name and
yo me so me the Dominic Donko.
I remember
my agriculture ejuma no emfie dia sambako, that's 31 years. Public, private, NGO, and I say me a consultant. Besides so me cra and row agriculture running nabi. They did do, they did kunyare, they did bomb by say we trade Nina auntie. Me name if you afford deep in South Sopa, and now me sign ma if you afford up and chile. Oh, I bear for Kwan before so I'm not buying on with me. I be
okay.
My mom does it. Your friend is Kofi Akon.
Okay.
The Ejuma Agri Development Bank PLC. I'm here head of business support. Our Agri Business Division. Our Agri Bank. Agri Bank. Trimu Porti to an answer the Putaeti Trupa Abandi Shas year 1965. And they said, Yababua, Kriaye, Ama, fan into my pressure. Ejina baby a esese ejina esan say em say ye nyina ye tia say ni ade ba ko a ranch common ne say ye nyina edidi ye nyina ye no and say ye benya sa ahoden na say benya sa nyina free kuyanti djuma titu ba ko a ye ne ye ne say ye besoso so kuafo asene na ya bo mo ama mo kua no ayi na o motime do ama yenso so ye nye bi edi
yes am ase Nana what is Obia introduced to your kind. They are saying that Mr. Akun, he is at AgriBank. If you want a loan, financial assistance, you go to him. If you go to Mr. Dominic, Mr. Donko, if you go to Mr. Donko, he is saying he is into agri, he has farms. And he is into fertilizers. And this man said something. He said they pull resources together. And so now you know them. We are going to ask them questions. For example, Nananum said they need money to purchase trucks. They need good seeds. Somebody said it. Then chemicals. That somebody sprayed her farm with chemicals and they all get bent up. So we don't like that. Then we need financial support. Then markets. I was sad when Nana mentioned about coffee. I nearly made a coffee farm. But now if they are not buying coffee, what do we do? Then how to process the cashew. If we don't get people who process cashew, in the near future, what will happen? This year, it lasted for almost 1 month and they were not coming to buy cashew. So, poultry feed, and then no market for our goods. Then they were talking, Nananum said something about education. Nana Adwa Awondo Medongo. We say we are advocates. Kwambe so na we do advocacy no eboa farming. We are no madana
Ohima mi da se ho papa. So obey advocacy a the di kind say what say dwumadie na wo ko advocate on behalf of anase with no what in dwumadie ase. In this particular instance, no, me can AGRIHOUSE asem. Na answer me ka de me metimi aye no, Mr. Mumma me few minutes bi na me more AGRIHOUSE abaso, especially Alberta.
Hey, clap for Alberta, clap for Alberta. She has done well.
Minim say Deputy Minister eka na asem de. Na mmom wo ho Yamaya womi any Africa mamu bebre say why ye advocacy adwuma cha ye frɛ bi volunteerism etu ho acha adwuma enye nipa nyina na nim atu ho acha adwuma se ye yire ye ho edi dwuma bi anim dendenden na wo advocate kura na se wo ka ho asɛm ana se wo tu ho na mo bebra obi tincha was yo munya o mo nya hwe anko ye. That statement, is so demeaning and is so discouraging. And misramwara, ye free ha kona, ye nina, ye to yakuma so say, I da say ye kodo, atre ye mfumu, anase ye ko frasie, anase ye ko bua obi, anase ye ko encourage. Ye ko show being crying, amana koswa ye efumu ejuma. Ama ye nyina ye nyaso mfaso dia ene ye moma ye mfam to ya dwene mu se etu ho acha adwuma nipa binum wo ho a eye wo mo it's their adumache dia eye wo mo adumache dia me that's the word eye wo mo adumache dia kire se wo ma ni sika o wa ma ni sika obeye ante kan for to ma ansa so ai entino Mumanya masa adie no enka yetrim na ye hu se ye tu anamo bia ye ntu anamo no only for the benefit thereof na emom ye tu anamo no because in future no ebeboa ye ma ye nananom ni nchirima eba me de kra de when I'm doing things I don't watch what is happening today. I don't look at the outcomes today. I'm just checking how far this can go in future thereof. Enti Madam Wase Papa made me feel say as an advocate there's no restriction in advocacy. Enti se me yema meti mi radio so ana meti TV so na me yema program no obi the advocacy topic yi betwam a we de wa ha me kra tama na me ne ADB ye adwuma no it say wo mo ADB din kra na me yankasa makopɛ topic na ba na me ka Edeba omoye edeboa agric ene yemma entino baby a ye nyina ebedrinti I'm encouraging all of us to be advocates for women empowerment and women AGRIHOUSE for abana wa pe opportunity bi a ode be ma omo be support only women in agriculture. That alone should be enough for us. And ye be ma me kra masem so atwa e de kire say and I bet we are going to push for that. It's not for you to sit at the ministry, no. It's for you to have the opportunity and resources so that house. And I said,
so I think I'll have to cut you short and
okay, let
come
me
back to you later.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Koto, what is your is it
thank you very much, sorry,
company or whatever? New Age. What are some of the major activities that you have been embarking?
Okay. Now, before I make us know, I make us say, now Mr. James Boatin and Nelson Bande, but BBT went near me of no former national best farmer.
Very good.
And so best farmer no, and I'm Yabusu 5 years time, maybe I'm Missumenya be.
Don't worry, my brother was the second best farmer for the whole Ghana this year.
Into New Age, you know, Nananum said them can no. Yeah, Tom fertilizer business, no so you say, yeah, crowdfunding into a month of 4 to susu. Where and them are 4 susu, a month of 4 to susu. Now, yeah, they are soy farmers more. Into rice now, make on 170 Oko Veta, any Suchari. Any golokwati, any pogloa, your farmers bear 290 and your muye juma beginning of the season no. Your more inputs. Any simil into your recovery and near mele, your tall monso paddy no, near Baba Young Juma. Oko tumu any wali areas on so your soya, any ebro, your soap farmers monomoye. Na and ne in common, men pese be company no in the air. But the dreams of mine every year are Greek ni be ye. And I don't buy no more can say.
no more can plow in mechanization once. So, 2 acres, no be 2 acres or no be 2 acres or number tractor. Me de be ko ha ko ye 2 acres ewie, etu akọ ha ko ye 2 acres, etu akọ ha ko ye 2 acres. Na e kana na because this is on na ye to. Na me ma me ton tuma wo kejetia. Enti me de kejetia be example. Ko kejetia ni central market industry bia e organize into be ko ba bi no. Bas ye kabom na se trabodom ebusuafo ina kabom se ye 1000 acres wo ha. Enti na wo de wo me 200 acres. Na na dwa de 100 acres. Brad Dominic there 10 acres. Obia de wo. Ni 1000 acres na to ho. Na abai a facilitate amaya land development. You be busu ndia ni a level nsase no. Se be ensure e bit na irrigation. Na omo kromo omo pese omo do efo no. Ya register omo ni a chance ase na mo. Ye nton ma omo, ye mfa mo omo afebo. Ye dia han o. Acres so because ni now the same area no. Meet me out doni na within a few days. No be on the 5 acre or 1,000 acre name. And no na Dominic Beba say ne input na na say me seed no. Me was seed a bit me 1,000 acre. When you fertilize a bit me 1,000 acre. I register mo in your management committee. Ti ebeji ne a chama mo. Nam de aye adwuma. Se harvest do anya wa na harvest. E sign the machine abesi so aba betwa. Until 5 acres now you are 30 bags and 150 bags. 150 bags, no. See a bro 1 bag per acre. Say the 1,000 acres, ni 1,000 bags. See a bro, you ever say 200 cedis times 1,000 bags near 200,000. Until a bro season be an sasira for ni 200,000 cedis. Until 1,000 acres now all they own 200 acres. Oh, what you 50,000. Where they know 10 acres out. Ya check assassinate rent na mobia. Into asasira unlusi ye when you ska. Na mene Dominic na ye de input ne ba no. Ebia ebeje ebia 10 bags for all the inputs no. Ye calculate input cost na ye so yaje. Also ton we bra ADB. Aje ebia o de akwa to ADB. Ochine bi oba school fees na say ebia o sika no nso a because ADB nim say over 5 acres na every year Dominic beba na nanoma ma won sase. There's a guarantee no. ADB Bema loan 20,000 if I could you about school fees. Into a system, a bedroom baby no. Okay, any set or copy or no one is a loan. But say, oh, yeah, the Ketuebi, way any the Ketuebi, and yet organizing 2 best at here. This a Okoji loan or ADB, one more money and mirror, money and nananum. I was some more pushing a memano, I him for no any more because and Sassini be a memano. Not here located in Sassi because when you say government, Sassi economic enclave project. It is a Krobia say or 5,000 acres, 10,000 acres. We can get the government to come and do the land development. Unton wasasi. But assassino, ya inti me cry me work room, me wa cry, meet me about James Assassin be there for assassin or the abassi. Who come me crumbing cransa, ya ton assassin in our so be a need maybe. Because Uniska Diko Bundia, aye land preparation, ato input aye, Intigana Utukwaya, and Sassi be or hoba so be a dosso. Not the be a come the end. Yama minimum almost a bedoka so problems be brave. Me dream said I will say a kaboom. Assassin the primary need we need. Na yama ninya possible so the baby me duendiane, ni nyeska, near the ashray and money the ashray my brother. Duendiane, ni nyeska, near the ashray and money the ashray my brother.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Mr. Donko, me ma won ka we hu bibi o aka ni nyina mo. Oh, dear papa ba ba we ya no. Now, Agric Papa, what is the Agric Bank doing? How are you going to solve our problems? Nananum say they want motokin, they want trucks, and it should come at the right time. How do you solve that problem? Nana, yes, sir. I want enter so kakra. Now, if I'm from Rabbi, why you for we are grow a person every day the Agric, but I grow as I am good fertilizer.
Imam Dasi, Kuyaye Wogana has Omuni Hanum, they are not fully represented. Minister Mani Muso, Minimsa will be a Wahanma Woti input and some I can be no one jotting it down. No cry woman in Anna, Mr. Kutubuatin Akan. What I will even refer to Bakwa Kan and Sanama, but the NEA so. Some do fu Nasamunina Mudoso, one contiguous area. Senior bank grant a bomoa, there are some aggregators any anchor agents be a many companies akese so company which is Guinness Ghana Limited also a Pesogum when him says we could to sikama 2 acres 3 acres for any manema if a bedroom baby no so so no bokra kosra on from beside selling on farm mount and tis a beer Guinness as you got to have buying no one got a bedroom bra and no one have buying over why ideas no winning so has in wood about dear a be yin but again I would be over here fertilizer over at a forecast a power forecast and money. Dear Epasa, a quafford, ye no dear in tea, I walk queer yenum. Emrana near castle, a quafford, mobile, ye na pastime, Emrana Echem. Say, who said, Ubi, that's now was say, I don't know, dear, I yet dear Shanema, which means a year Juma wants so ye, and there will be a university, or say, or compare a bay Jumaye, who been so sweet university or some media, Mekokia yim, and also now so the old bow brand in your now Becca said. Oh, Yanny, dear, mining in Antino, whom Mobanese position who ye said, and then what may be 1 acre of Sibia maize, a cassa and a mebo, maybe as a cassa and a many film, some make what you banks, canas from Muttins who see Kamwa, met me at Triana. Sib Drew Babiness, we question now, we are known as a Nibia and one on the bebwa. Take for example, Sambia, it drew have a co-formula, fertilizer balls through improved seeds was other chemicals, no balls through. And so drew a trabrena because we be at the BIA unit, the supply is high, and if you have price, a coffin. Is there a way be a policy mixture? Met me at Yame Bosia. And Tino Bank no so bum one so why Risham will say, Sub your year can now. Agri Bank whom say I buy a B say best 60 years ago, and I buy B say young farm boy before. But no cray woman say after some time no. Afibia and Suma Bank as a Sassica with my Great Bank, Mumfam work for. Sassicana, ye digi free more want to be a mammy in the Sikabetor, will be in the Sikabetor, and no be any from B at the Bobusia Mercury for. Which means, say, the Sikama Queenie, and I said the man will be away Bibia, and I said, Sassicana and Sam Bar, Nedio how ever. Sassicana call Queenie who is a co wine who, Nessa and Bar, Nedia how bar. And Nuntino. Say, I can use me baby on so bit my Jibusian will be a honor and yet some tiny person, my Jibusian Mintia. I consider be all. Bakuni said, be an interest rate was true. Say, more and be a more share, more study with the trends, economic trends. Ghana reference rate, our bank BRS with the Bonabusian is 33.25% per annum. Which means that that's the minimum bank. Be a bank no person mabusia based on South France from the open market and also from the Ghanaian market in the BBN will bet my chair with the reference rate in 33.25 and so now the margin account. We can add about 3%, 4% all the way to the depending on premium, risk premium. Into what means is the interest rate in the young fashion the Bank of Ghana determined it's about 33.25. High. Into the beer bank, the Agri Bank, the area the work of one say, you call a development partners in your Copa Bosia or a Benin African Development Bank, it took Koji Bosia or and only it mean Inya Yana in Sihuno, our form. A business AFD, Agent Français de Development, or no so it mean my Bosia Kakram, the Maya for. And also so Yana Busa in Simuno form and OVCF Agro Value Chain Fund or also say in Yabusia or Muhonoma the Mercury for Yana in Simuno ever form. In the from the name of Sicano and then government treasury bill, even though I'm saying that just changing some 70 a month for the musica a cry to a year risk free no to say I questionable, but it is still risk free. I mean risk free. So we want to see canals what the corporate government risk free T-bill. When you're 35%, I didn't know from bank now backers will be a man of 10% and not 20%. Until before our bank, no bet me deposits, I would be Mabusiano. She wants to just a cacassier, I be a T-bill written and now say Bibia a brosakakra. And yes, I want from Mam. It is a young yes come from your development partners in any manima. Nessa Cassinia Sika Giginos, the Ubia Diabetu, and as Ubia, Simicra 1 million bank, Monje, me Babet Jeffries depositor, and no bono, Yana. How back where we're no homes and passing in Tini, and they say, so all my dollars are. You out the Canamon dollars. And it says, my friends, the beginning of last year, not $1, says 6 CDs. So you could just have a amount $1,000. And be a wash show over to me here $1,000. The bargain is going to be about 6,000 near the amount. I think the net dollar is about 12 CDs. And it's a time, no, near my way and say, yeah, they are export to that's all local marketer. So 10,000 at the month, in fancy who crank and one. You back us for $1,000 in a brand. Woko, so far as we are be about 12,000 and now they would they back. So when your mom was 6,000, young fancy won't come because of the dollar exchange, you know, would in fact, Bosana Bono opportunity, Yanis won't crack a crabby, be of 4%, 5%. But the exchange rate movement and also a high bank. Why in the breakfast are the how? And Nunti, Simbia, Yabi Pain, Drubebia, are buying say, Sa exchange rate movement, no, exchange rates differentials, no, are buying Afa. In Tinisibia, would you $1,000, let's say, 6,000 at the Mawa. Do you have 6,000 Nana, which you can say $1, say 12 CDs bill.
It is say, yeah, there was a man what kind of 10 United say, who Quadia, who bet you away, and I say, so what should the farmers do? Will you give them the loans or because of the problems you are enumerating, you can't give us the loans? Or show us the way. And I yes, what's up? Yeah, the first one. You may not know, every try about. And other,
I'm saying, some you are some no credit that one man. My and Conantina. As some making will be a whoop.
For a cacra to her. Now, your mark a crack, who bet me the Iwajuma, and I'm Zakoyasa. And they won't come in there. I met the old can I say, and my man kind of cassette make up with the book.
ADB, society.
Say no, a Ghana no, yes, yes, sir. And said the old kind of babies are quite said. This I'm back 10 million. Now, say interest rate to Kosra. Got 10 million first and can make you 15 million. They said make you 20 million. I think I'm a medical and they have been quite a Nana, and that mammy, we are said one day.
And until I'm person, Yantias and Mikasa, see a Ponyabusiano, dear four, yet the Bemam.
Now, prevent the Bemusa when you're bossing I have. Oh, time be our babyano. Savio Sabusiano, but okay, yeah, Montan quite great bank. Ma, who Chroma, a great bank war. Oh, I know a could be said. Make I say there was a timer. Make first time, now, Miss Ebu Bank be. And I'm so, cause Ebu a great bank now, Ubenya loan. Now, because Ebu Yana made a mature loan to a meeting baby. Mohana, Yabrina was eh. Now, Madame Milia, what you know, a great bank loan, you're trying to say, I did. Quite I read you, quite you see, eh. I was Nadia, Obuquatra Betche, cannot correct. Eddie, what you have better? Now, my Yapotre, and Numsu. Papa, I've been a do so. Oh, company, no. Quite bad when you bet me and Yaqua Ben and Wire Juma. Near a number of months for so bad, would you have an intention? You, just the old woman said. Moutier, in a boom. Was it participating? Well, just said, Osha companies, Livia, or the product in the Bepremo. But now one can cry, product if you are no by now, you are product. But because a credit input in Chase, me first can insurance. Lemon no, me the normal ever mount. Now, oh, here, Sadia, if you say, in Pembino, you impose one so. But say, you engage here, one. No more, yes, say, and I'm saying, you wash shops. What the uncle company be there? Oh, dear, no, we are there. They decline community and trade mobilization, you have solutions and ton products. The kind solutions are, or how now, how no. And more pen, you bet me the amount. It's the
Accra, but your branches in Obebre.
Motie, was a company need to on crime. Now they have branches all over Ghana.
Yeah.
And I answer.
Yeah.
Okay. And
This
what
is
do you, what do you do?
You ton inputs. Inputs that means you ton seed because Penidia no uhia abapa. Uhia enro papa. Uhia. Oh, you have a bro. Any vegetables?
Mote, or say, on the company no, bro, and then hahama.
Yanyo your tongue.
Oh, some we yanti move better.
Ah, okay.
Every abba
said dear, and Minjin is a beshi if you know. But Abiana, Yanum Davy, and a toy, until no bone will form. I don't know, Yan Hurumuya. Would they bought because a total we decide, not just on she did. Agromonti, Yan, dear, Yabama for. And I product development. Ye power why ye and yechere. Na kweni na ehun senya enrono eye na djuma.
Last question.
Okay.
How do you introduce yourself to the community?
Ye community and mobilization. Inti ano ne ba ye be si nananom so.
Okay.
Na ya Ministry of Agric office. Na omo abodwa because any agric officers no na ehwebom. Inti ba nsa na chese se obehwe obi na wabodwa ukrom. Onfe ni dia ma no abeton nro ama ekuafo yen nyansa esi nananom so na yakọ agric office
say what and you obi dey do nam kwanche na oka jo say edo we dey ya oh last year ye ba agri house edo bi a we dey ma yen for mangoes and products me dey me kwa me mango no papa na that ko me fa me ko boy no me ko do
agromonti
Bintin toy.
Agromonti
no. It was good.
Busa better, agromonti no.
Auntie Abeta, thank you very much. And the company. Papa Agric me. As a maybe questions when I am pong. As somehow say, what does one need to know on the evidence that a policy or program has?